McDonald's Monopoly is back. After a 10-year hiatus, McDonald's has brought back the favorite promotion among so many people nationwide. Now, this isn't just a normal sweepstakes that sweepers like myself and others jump on board and try and win. This is a very mainstream one that is kind of an icon in American culture. Everyone used to play this for year after year after year after year. And then obviously they had some problems. We're going to talk about those problems later on. And McDonald's kind of disappeared off or Monopoly disappeared off McDonald's promotion radar for the last decade. But now it's back, and it's actually going to start on October 6th. However, you can pre-register as of today. You go in the mobile app. They're going to force you to use the mobile app on this. So you have to download the McDonald's app. Once you have an account, you can pre-register. If you pre-register, you get 500 points as well. The points are good for food and different things when you use the app to make purchases. Now, today we're going to dive into the rules. We're going to talk about the odds. We're going to see if this is something that you really want to spend the time on or not. Plus, the biggest news is there's an alternate method. You don't have to purchase the products, which is true on every sweepstakes. But this one, they're not even making you mail in for game pieces. We'll talk about that. So without further ado, let me share my screen. Now, you notice this is their web page. This is the normal place that they do a lot of their promotions, the play@mcd.com. And this went live earlier this morning. I had been watching this page probably for the last couple of weeks once I knew it was out. And it went live, and it went live in the app. This is basically just telling you you need to download the app to play, but it does have the link to the official rules, which we're going to go over. So once you download the app, once you get registered, you're going to be all set to start playing on October 6th, okay? So that is a week from today. When we look at the official rules, there's a lot of ways to get game pieces this year, and there's a lot of prize options, as always. Now, this is open to anyone in the United States. There are other versions of this being ran currently in the UK and Ireland. So this is going to walk you through setting up your account and then how to play. How do we get these game pieces? Well, obviously, they want you to purchase the food. The reason any company runs a sweepstakes is it's marketing. They want to make you aware of their product, and hopefully their sales go up. And year after year, McDonald's has always seen an increase in sales when they do this promotion, which is why they do the promotion. They are giving away over, I believe it's over $400 million in prizes in this promotion. So if we go to McDonald's and we make a purchase, we have to buy one of these items. You notice it's the large drinks, a Big Mac, a 10-piece nugget. You're going to this year get one game piece if you purchase one of these items. Now you can purchase numerous items. You can go in and say, I want 10 Big Macs. They're going to give you 10 Big Macs, and you're going to have 10 game pieces on them. Certain locations will actually have game pieces printed out that they will hand you when you purchase one of these items versus them being on the package. But the majority of them will be on the packages. The 20-piece McNugget this year is going to have 2 game pieces. That's the only product that will have 2 physical game pieces. The other way is collecting digital game pieces. Now, the digital game pieces are when you purchase an eligible digital item in the app. So when you go on, you order your order. If it's a digital eligible item, you're going to get a digital game piece. Along with, you'll get, if you're ordering other food, you can also get those peel and win game pieces as well. So these items are different. So in other words, if I go in the app right now and I order a medium fry and a large fry, and well, let's say it's October 6th, and I go to the window and I pick up my food, I'm going to have a digital game piece in my app. I'm going to have the peel on the large fry. So I get the medium fry one in my app. The large fry will be on the package, and that's what I will open. Now, once these game pieces are gone, there are no more. Now, it's scheduled to run till late November, I believe. Let's see. November 23rd. Bonus plays will end November 2nd. But once the game pieces are gone, they're gone. And a lot of times with this, we've seen the game pieces end weeks ahead of time, especially in certain areas that you're unable to actually get the game pieces. Now, the good news is the digital game pieces may be available longer, but they are limited also. So once they're out there, they will be out as well. So once I get these game pieces, if I bought my Big Mac and I peel it, it's going to tell me I've either won an instant win prize or it's going to be one of the Monopoly game pieces. I am still going to have to register those in the app, even the instant wins. So when you win an instant win on food price, you're going to have to register that in the app and put the code in there, and that's how you'll be able to claim those. The digital game pieces will be in there as well. And you can get 10 of these game pieces per day. You can play them. So now, if I go to McDonald's on October 6th and I order 50 Big Macs, I'll have 50 game pieces, but I can only enter 10 of them into the app each day. Now, they have to have a no purchase necessary option. Legally, there's a lot of laws in the US that you can't require purchase, and you have to have the same odds of winning as somebody who doesn't make a purchase. This is where probably the most surprising thing to me. You're no longer mailing in for game pieces. Most of us remember mailing into an address in Strongsville, Ohio. Now, the interesting coincidence is I actually used to live in Strongsville, Ohio. And there was a judging agency fulfillment center there that used to handle this game specifically, and they would get the alternate methods. You had to put a self-addressed stamped envelope. You had to have a return address. They put your game pieces in, and they would mail them back to you. And I can't remember if there was a limit per day that you could request or not, but a lot of people did this. And why did they spend the money on the stamps? One, the stamps were, back 10 years ago, they were like half the price of that they are now. The other thing is they were also, if you really like the food prizes were pretty good. You could win a decent amount of food prizes. So if you went to McDonald's often, the cost of the stamps often outweighed it. Plus, sometimes Best Buy had different promotions, so you could collect the different Best Buy bucks and use them. Some people remember those. But now you're going to go to a link. When you click on the link, it's an alternate method of link that you're going to be able to request 2 free game pieces. And they're going to come to you in an email in a link that's password protected that you will click on and claim them. You only have 24 hours from the time you get the link. You can request 5 links a day, which is the equivalent of 10 game pieces per day that you can then enter into your app. All those are supposed to have the same odds, whether it's a game piece, whether it's a digital game piece. We will talk a little bit about my thoughts when we get to the odds near the end. But once I have my game pieces, I want to play them in my app. I want to record them. Again, I'm going to have instant win prizes. I'm also going to have the possibility of collecting and win prizes. These are the collect and win. It's just like Monopoly. The interesting thing is collecting Park Place and Boardwalk is actually not the biggest prize in the game. It is the biggest prize for collect to win. It will be a Winnebago. There's only one available. The odds are astronomical. But every time I enter, I'm also going to get a bonus play. and I can get 10 bonus plays per day, and I can play them whenever I want. The bonus plays have a ton of instant win prizes. The interesting part on the bonus plays is that's actually the only place you can win the overall grand prize, which is $1 million. And it will be an instant win. So when you play the bonus prize, it's going to tell you you won $1 million. The good thing from a marketing standpoint is it's not going to end up thrown away in the trash by someone who bought their large fry and never peeled it off like we've seen in the past. Because it's a digital play, or because it's a bonus play, it's going to be on the app. So someone's going to have to created the app, knows about the game, registered about the game, either made a purchase or did the alternate method, went into the app, put the codes in, got a bonus play, and then clicked on that bonus play. So they're going to know that they won $1 million. Therefore, McDonald's is going to be able to market that person to death. I think you'll definitely know who won the $1 million, and you'll see it. Good chance you'll see it in a commercial or something else. They have property perks this year. Based on the amount of property perks you get, you will be eligible to claim an offer. So it's not really a prize, it's more of an offer. And we'll talk about those. So let's talk about game odds and winning. So they're saying that there are 644 million game pieces available this year. Now, I don't know if that's just the printed ones or the digital or a combination of both, but the odds of winning a prize are about 1 in 5, with majority of those being food prizes. Now, these are the food prizes this year that you can win. I gotta tell you, I think the food prizes suck. There's no real, there's no Big Macs, there's no quarter pounders, there's no value meals. I don't think you can even, you can't even win like a large fry. So you can win a small drink, an apple pie, chocolate chip cookies, a vanilla ice cream cone, a McChicken or a double cheeseburger, a small shake, smoothie, 4-piece nugget, snack wrap, or biscuit breakfast sandwich. The majority of these prizes are under $3 in value. So we're not seeing the major food prizes like we have in the past. And it goes over the odds. The odds of the most common food prize being an apple pie, being about 1 in every 25 game pieces, you'll win an apple pie. So if you like apple pies, that's your best odds of getting one of those. There are reward points. For those who aren't aware, McDonald's does a point system just like most companies where you earn points. You can then exchange them for free food. They do expire on a rolling calendar. Their rewards points are anywhere between $2.50 to $10. There'll definitely be a lot of those, so there's a good chance you will win some reward points if you do this. The collect and win, these are where the odds are just astronomical. And they actually put the odds in here. We can start with the first one that there's 100 prizes available if you get Baltic and Mediterranean. And it's a wireless turntable, speakers, earbuds, cleaning kit. It's a $500 value. The odds of winning that are 1 in 59 million. Scrolling down here for the collect and win, you can see that one of them, they offer 1 million American airline miles. There are 15 trips to Universal Orlando. You can come down here and visit me. I'm just kidding. You're going to want to go to Universal. Much better than seeing me. There's a trip to the Kennedy Space Center. There's 21 of those prizes. There's 5 Jeep Cherokees they're giving away. There's 25 Lowe's shopping sprees, 10 grand. Now, if you get Park Place and Boardwalk, what do you win this year? You win a Winnebago. So the Winnebago is valued at $253,000. It says here, the odds of winning this are 1 in 5 billion, which based on the amount of game pieces, I was a little confused by this because it kind of threw me off a little bit. So I'm sorry. Our based on it's 5,934,960,419. Something seems a little off there, but again, when they gave the total amount of game pieces, I'm not sure if they're counting the digital, the bonus. I'm not really sure because later on when they showed the bonus prizes, they don't give the odds for those. If you collect the railroads or the waterworks electric company, that's where you're going to win a TV. The railroads are 6 prizes of a trip. And you get to choose one of the Monopoly Go destinations for those who do that. Now, remember I said when you enter the codes, you're going to get a bonus play. And the bonus play, you can win food again. It's, again, very similar prizes to what you could win before. I don't know. They may actually even be identical, the exact same food prizes. So again, none of the bigger sandwiches. You can win, same thing, points between $2.50 and $10. But then here's where there's just a bunch of gift cards. Ultra Beauty, Uber Eats, a Peacock 2-month subscription, 25 Best Buy or DoorDash, Fanatics, a Roku indoor camera, $35 Grubhub, New Air gift card, Out of the Woods gift card, Monopoly Go dice code, $50 Best Buy, $50 DoorDash, Lowe's. There's so many. I can't even read them all, but I'll scroll down here. This is where you can win bigger prizes, $250, $500. Now, like 500 cash, there's only 10 of them. Now, I will tell you that if you win a prize, they want you to claim it with either PayPal or Zelle, is how they're doing this. There was something in here that if it's 500 or more, they'll send you a check. But if it's under 500, it'd be PayPal or Zelle. And that's how you have to claim it. TVs, airline miles. There's, how many do we got here? 50 some. Trip to the World Cup. World Cup's coming to the US next year. Some Coke trips. Trip to Carousel. Funny, I will actually be there. Will I be there next week? No, I'll be in the Southern Caribbean. I don't think I'm going to Carousel this trip though. 10 grand, Wyndham Rewards, another FIFA trip, a Winnebago travel trailer prize, another Jeep Cherokee. Many of those, there's 5 more of those, so a total of 10, I think. And then this is the final one's the $1 million. You get 50,000 for 20 years. This is the biggest prize that you can win, and it will be in the bonus prizes. So that's why I said somebody who wins it's going to really know they won it. It's not going to be thrown away in the garbage. I know a lot of you guys like to go dumpster diving for these game pieces, and you really don't have to this year. I mean, because you don't have to mail in for them. You'll be able to get them online. So as long as that doesn't break because of all the requests and things that they're getting, which it may, we've seen that happen before, you should get them by email and then be able to enter them each day without ever even leaving your house if you really want. But again, if you love McDonald's, you love the game, go support McDonald's. Go out and buy yourself a Big Mac and a large fry. Get yourself some game pieces. Make sure you use the app and order in the app, because certain ones you only get if you order in the app. Other ones you'll get regardless. I mentioned about property perks. Based on how many properties you actually collect, you basically get an offer. It's a discount. It starts with a month of Peacock, 30% off Fanatics, goes all the way up to if you get 28 properties, you're basically getting like a $10 Best Buy coupon that expires at the end of the year, or a Monopoly Go for a Chef Mr. M token. I don't play Monopoly Go. Excuse me. There is nothing in here that talks about unclaimed prizes. We've seen that happen in the past where they don't award the unclaimed prizes. There is no second chance on this as far as I see. The rules are long. I will admit that I've been doing this for about 2 to 3 hours, kind of going through, reviewing them, making sure I was understanding them correctly so that I'm explaining them correctly to you. Talks about claiming prizes. For those who are new to sweepstakes, if you win a prize of $600 or more, you're going to have an IRS W-9 tax form. That's very, very, very common. They're going to ask you for Social Security info. They are going to ask you for that information. Now, if you are not sure and you see things coming out and you think it's not legit or a scam, if you're part of iWIN, in our Discord server, there's a scam area, so you can post, ask questions, screenshots, and either myself, a moderator, or even other members can help you figure out if it's legit or not. But if you're not part of iWIN, one, you should be, but ask somebody. Make sure it's somebody who knows what they're talking about, because a lot of times people do win real prizes, but people don't think they're legit. Even banks, we've had people win large prizes, go into a bank to cash it and not be able to cash it because the bank thinks it's not legit, thinks it's fraud. But that's not the case, as we would know, because a lot of us have won big prizes. But unfortunately, there's tons of scams out there, so you do need to be careful. If it's under $600, you will have some paperwork, general paperwork to fill out. And then if it's under 25, there's just a claim form. So this is their rules. This is not tax liability. Tax liability is the same if you win a prize for anything, that's your responsibility. You want to talk to a tax advisor on that. But these are McDonald's guidelines for how they're going to handle the different prize levels. That's really it in a nutshell. So just to kind of go over and recap a little bit, and then we're going to give you my personal thoughts. You need to get the app. You don't have a choice. Got to get the app this year. You then go and register for yourself for the app, but then you register for the game itself. You want to do that before the 6th. You get your extra 500 points. Once you have those that all done, you're all set. Now, on Monday, if you're going to McDonald's, great. Go get your food, get your lunch, dinner, whatever you want. Again, families love doing this game together and peeling the game pieces. But you can also do the alternate method, which is online. Request 2 game pieces, and you can do that 5 times a day. Even if you go to McDonald's and get some game pieces, you still want to do the alternate method and get your game pieces as well, because then you can enter 10 of those per day. Now, you don't want to request a ton of alternate methods that you can't use, because once you get that link, you only got 24 hours to redeem it. So if you go to McDonald's and you get 4 game pieces, well, do the alternate method 3 times, get 6 more, get your 10 total. You will then collect the game pieces, which the collect and wins are nearly impossible. I mean, you literally have a better odds of winning Mega Millions than some of the prizes. So don't get your hopes up on that. You will win some food prizes. You'll probably win some points. You might even win some gift cards. The bonus prizes are probably the best things. So you want to make sure you enter all the information, but then you use your bonus plays. Every one you enter, you get a bonus play. You can play 10 bonus plays a day, combined with entering 10 of the game pieces. So the bonus plays, again, those are really your best chances of winning something nice. And someone's going to win $1 million. Now, again, odds are astronomical, but someone's going to win that. It just might be you, might be me. We don't have to mail. That's a huge, huge, huge savings. I actually made it a Tom's Pick on the site. And those who normally know that I don't usually talk about sweepstakes outside of iWIN too much, but this one's mainstream. It's been all over social media today. Every newspaper in the country is doing a story on it. News stations are doing stories on it. Every sweepstakes site in the world has put out releases today, and if they didn't, well, they're late and they're sleeping on it. Most of us knew about the sweep weeks and weeks ago. You saw me tease it when McDonald's teased it. That was the information, but now the official rules are out. Now you can actually register. My thoughts. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Share this real quick. McMillions, right? How many of us watched this on HBO? It's a 6-part series that details the collapse of this game and why we no longer have this game, or did no longer have this game, for many, many years. Could it happen again? Sure, absolutely. Could happen again, could happen in sweeps. I mean, you know, a lot of you guys enter social media sweeps that I'm sure are handpicked with no rules. Is McDonald's going to be overly careful? Absolutely. Do I think they purposely put the $1 million as a bonus play prize and not a collect and win prize? Absolutely. Because again, how many of these game pieces get thrown away? It's not getting thrown away as a bonus play. Somebody's going to click that, somebody's winning $1 million. They're going to be able to tell you this person won $1 million. If you haven't watched this, it's a great watch. It's very interesting. A lot of the people actually ended up getting off because of some technicalities. But there was a company called Simon Marketing. Simon Marketing was a large judging agency, just like now you have Merkel or Don Jacoda, you know, Ebo, any of the major ones. And basically they had some corruption inside it. And so that kind of is what it is. You know, whenever you have printed game pieces, you have the worry that they're actually physical game pieces that need to be seeded in products. And what they did is they held out some of the biggest game pieces and they gave them out to friends. Eventually they were able to connect all the dots and get it to, you know, but it went on for years. So it's a great documentary. Check it out. People are going to play this sweepstakes. It's one of the most popular, if not the most popular sweepstakes in the entire country. Every time it comes out, it's fun. People like it. Are you going to win a big prize? Probably not. You got a lot better chance of entering the really good stuff on iWIN and winning, you know, prizes that way. I mean, a lot of us have won trips, cars, cash, just from legitimate sweepstakes, not ones that are very mainstream that have very long odds, such as McDonald's. Could you win? Absolutely. I do believe it'd be ran fairly. They're going to take every precaution necessary. I don't see a judging agency attached to this. That may be on purpose. They may be running it purely in-house because they want to make sure that they keep as much control of it as possible. They may have a third-party marketing company that's running it, that's doing it under the McDonald's name. I don't know for sure. I didn't see that in there for sure. Being that you don't have to mail for it this year, there's nothing wrong with getting those 10 codes a day. So 5 alternate methods, get your 10 codes, put them in, do your bonus plays. That is definitely the way that I would handle it. So hopefully this video helped you. Have fun with it. Sweepstakes is a great hobby and it should be fun. It shouldn't be work, it shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't be just disappointment because you didn't win something. If you stay at it and develop a habit of entering on a normal basis, and not really this sweep, but sweepstakes in general, you're going to win. Everyone does who puts the effort in. A lot of people think it's luck. It's definitely hard work. It's definitely the right information. Good thing is you're in the right spot because iWIN's one of the best out there. I think most people will tell you that. We go through thousands of sweeps every week to give you our thoughts, our advice to help you win more. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all these videos. If you have any questions, leave it in the notes. I'll be happy to answer. If you're just going to bash McDonald's and tell me it's not going to be ran legit, I'm probably going to ignore your comment. I don't think that's going to happen this time, and I think that's why they waited 10 years to bring it back. So good luck, have fun with it, enjoy.